nous sommes bénis de présenter la conférence éclairée intitulée « Prenez des mesures courageuses pour un monde vegan », partie 3/5 dans Entre maîtres et disciples, donnée en anglais et en chinois le 29 octobre 2019 dans l'ashram de Liuland, Taïwan, aussi appelé Formos.
Many people, many of disciples, of course they are diligent, okay? And they did not want all that. But humans have this dual nature, yeah? And we have good nature inside, and we also have bad side. And if we don't practice very well the way we would like to, due to circumstances, due to worldly duties, due to emotional problem at that time, or marriage, difficulty, or whatever, yeah? Or other distractions in the world, like we prefer to watch movies or games instead of watching Supreme Master Television educational programs and getting more blessing and getting more support invisibly to meditate, to progress. We prefer to do something else, which is our habit, which is poured us, by the Maya force, by the negative power. And then we forget our holy selves, and then we be less and less divine. I don't mean we are less divine. We remember less of our divine. We connect less with our powerful divine selves. And then we have trouble. We let the other side of our personality, our inherited DNA, or the fixed karma power pour us. And then when we get angry at somebody, that body will get hurt. Even the dog who shield the person, he shield the caretaker. And then the dog get that, full blown. And then he became aggressive. He cannot control himself, or she cannot control herself, and begin fighting. Normally this never happened, because the daughter beat the mother. That is very, very unimaginable. But it happened this time. Then, of course, we had to rush to the hospital, and then taking care, and then medicine, and it take more time, more effort, yeah, and more obstruction for me. So I had to do retreat, take care of some important, undelayable documents, as well as taking care of my dogs. Of course, I have assistants who take care of some part, but I have to also take care of some part. Because my dog, or any dogs, any pet, they don't just need medicine and food. They also need emotional support. They need expression of love. They need physical contact to be happy and contented. You know that very well, right? And my dogs are precious to me, more than gold, diamond, ruby, anything you name it. Because they also protect me with their lives. It's truly like that. It happened again. And I really detested this, but I cannot help it. They just did it without me can do anything. That lucky for them is not fatal. It's just that still, like a typhoon, the passing by typhoon still can do some damage. Not as full scale as if it hit right to that area, but the nearby area still have some damage. In Taiwan, we should understand that better, because we have a lot of typhoon now. It's less strong now than before. Yes. It could be very, very destructive for the people, houses, property, life, and harvest, yeah, and cause a lot of sorrow. Your dogs, or your cats, or your pets, your birds, they all shield you to some degree, whatever they can. Actually, if you do know what your dogs, for example, do for you, you would kneel there and hug him and her forever and crying with gratitude and love. They do things you don't even know. They shield you with their power, whatever they have, all they have. They give all they have to you if you are in danger. They take on your disease so that you won't die, or that it don't get worse, so that it be curable. If they can, But if really your time is up, of course they can only lighten it. But they cannot go against the law of the shadow universe. Okay? When you have to go, you have to go. But if they still can, they do anything for you. If you know what they can do for you or what they would do for you, you would never, ever treat a dog the same way. You would probably treat them like you treat God, that much. Because God you don't see. I mean, most people, they don't see God, but they can see their dogs. You see? The manifestation of love on this planet. And that dog doesn't just love you. He shields you from many harms. He protects you with his life. He laid down his life for you any time. Unasked and unknown. Unthanked for. I know my dog did that. And if you happen to still have some telepathic ability in you, most people lost anyway, then you would hear what they tell you, what they warn you not to do, where not to go, when not to go, because you may be in danger. They would help you all that. But you cannot listen to them, so they had to shield you with their lives, with their bodies. Therefore, they suddenly get sick, suddenly get accident, and you think it's just a coincidence. No, it's not. It's not coincidence that your dog suddenly gets sick, or passed away, or had accident, or suddenly run away outside somewhere. Yeah, they want to stop the negative energy that coming towards you before it reach you, before it go near you. And they tell you what is what, and watch out for whom that is harmful to you, or don't associate with whom that is no good for you, will bring you not good luck, bring you not good health, bring you not good happiness. They will tell you anything. They know everything. Absolutely. But not every dog have the same power, of course. They just do what they can only. Yes. Even if you have a few dogs, one or two will be more powerful than the rest. And mostly they are the leader of the pack. They are stronger. They eat more. They very, very healthy and bigger than the rest. Even not bigger, but they look stronger. Always. And they emit the aura of authority and protectiveness. We human are such a pitiful lot. We know nothing. We see nothing. We hear nothing. Sometimes I'm so busy with work, I did not even notice some things, and my dogs have to tell me. Either one of them or several of them repeatedly to make sure that I hear. And if I don't hear, they go pee-poo right in the middle of the house, and then I know. Okay, what now? And then they would tell me before it's too late. But I'm lucky, I avoid fatal accident at least 2 times this month, because not just my dog, but the gossips and the angel, they shield me. And So the negative energy just veer away from me, just in the nick of time. 2 times like that. And I have told you already, 64% of our group are very, very good. Yeah. Or at least neutral. Only 36% are not too good. Some are truly from hell or just came from hell, and they really, really drag me down a lot. But I have promised to give initiation to all, barring none. So I have to bear a lot of suffering because of this minority. But I'm glad that the majority is good. That's better than the majority is bad and the minority is good, right? Yes, yes. Many of you have elevated up to the 4th and the 5th level already. And I'm very, very pleased. I'm very pleased, yes. Even if the people who do harm to me, or the disciples who every time they do something, they harm something else, even then I accept it as the karma of the group, of the whole and the world as well. So even if I remonstrated them, it's not with hatred, it's with love, and with acceptance. I just want to tell them so that they get better. They pay more attention to what they're doing and not like blindly, absent-mindedly be the instrument of the opposite force, of the negative force, which harm us, harm their master and harm themselves, and harm their relatives and friends by the karma they created. You came to listen to me about Buddha, high-level stuff, and all I talk about is dogs and workers and karma. Do you mind? No? I thank you for your tolerance and understanding. Yes. We are just chatting so that I have excuses to sit with you and look at you, and that you have excuse to see me. You always wanted to see me, no matter how long, how much, where. This is better than nothing, right? Yes. I'm right, yeah, I'm right here. Even if you're in Taiwan and the weather is temperate, but please keep warm, okay? Yes, keep warm. You'll be surprised. Taiwan is a wonder island. If you drive just a few hours away from where you're sitting right now, then you will get the hot weather. Right now it's not hot, of course. It will be very comfortable there now. You know, I mean warm, very warm. Not like where you are, okay? And if you go a little bit northern, you feel cooler, yeah? And if you go a little bit on a special mountain, some other mountain, then you feel cold. Even snow. We have a mountain called Alishan. It has snow sometimes, right? Yes. Yeah, it has snow even. Is it snow sometimes or all the time in winter? Huh? Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. I saw some photo. Yeah. It's a wonder island, I'm telling you. How can it snow in such a small little island like this, yeah? And in the middle of the sea even. The sea, water, keep the temperature inland more regulated. You know that, right? So it cannot be too hot, cannot be that cold. So Taiwan is a wonderful island. And it even had a high mountain so that you can see snow. And it's cold over there. If you go there, winter, you must wear fur coats. I mean fake fur, like what I'm wearing right now, vegan fur. Or wear thick jacket, something like that. Yeah. Imagine, huh? Taiwan. Yeah, it's a wonder island. I have never been there yet. Maybe one day I'll go. Even just nearby, you get cold also. Okay? I remember one time, long time ago, I was in the north of the island, on a mountain called Yangmingshan. Asia, not Ixa, Yangmingshan. Okay, thank you. The cameraman to remind me how to speak Chinese. Okay. I don't know why I forget Chinese either. Maybe I speak dog language too much. And even dogs speak English and I speak dog's language. Can you imagine? My dogs speak English and I speak dogs. Doggies. Yeah. And I have to sing to them to calm them when they have trouble and sick and pain. And I have to soothe them with my hands, yeah, and heal them also partially, not just the medicine. Some kind of karma, if they bear medicine alone, cannot heal. In a mountain called Yangmingshan, it's a national park. It's beautiful, yeah, isolated. And I lived in a tent then. It's so cold, so cold, so cold. Very, 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 very cold. And it doesn't feel like the mountain is very high because you keep driving up, 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 you know. The slope slowly ascended. So when you were in the top of a mountain, you don't feel like it's very high. And some part of the top of the mountain are flat. Yeah. So a long time ago, some people had house on this mountain. They are not allowed to build anymore nowadays, of course, because it became national park. It's become so flat, you know. I had a little so-called house in the Yangmingshan mountain. You have to walk very long way, driving up to the top already, and still have to walk up at the steps. I don't know how many thousand steps, or at least hundreds of steps, and then walk along again, and steps again, and walk again. I don't remember how long. Maybe at least it take. 有没有人记得？20分钟，从下面啊，从这几间屋顶啊 ，OK，20分钟是你们走的，我走的话最少40分钟。I just asked, and your Taiwanese brother told me that took 20 minutes, but we are already at the top, and then it will take another 20 minutes to walk up. I say it's his 20 minutes. For me, it's maybe 30, 40 minutes or 1 hour. Some of my assistants say 1 hour because she walk and then she has to take a rest in between. Yeah. Over there is truly nothing, but it's a flat, big flat land, big enough for me. They have even a bamboo grove on it, flat. Yeah. And the Taiwanese Taipei people, disciple, surprised me with a 6-corner kind of house. And the bedroom is on top, hidden, yeah. And then downstairs there is a big enough for me. Of course, I'm a small person, so whatever they build is big. It's like a pavilion, you know. You saw it sometimes in some of my cooking show that they show, or some of the show they show where I do some painting, and that pavilion, yeah. And on top there's a bedroom small, and then they even make a water sprinkler system on top of the roof, because they are so loving. One of the brother of yours, he went to Australia already with his family, yeah. But he built that with the other brother and sister from Taipei or other part also, but mainly it was him. He's a builder, so he built that. They make a sprinkler system on top of the roof because they heard one time I said that I love rain. So that's his magical raining system for me. It also cool down the roof, you know, in summer, yes. So we don't have aircon or anything. I don't remember that. We have fan, yeah. And I cook on the pavilion, you know. The pavilion is all empty. There's no screen, no door, nothing. And I remember the mosquito, a lot of them in this bamboo grove. But they never touched me, never. And I don't remember any of the nearby assistant to me has ever been bitten by the mosquitoes. But I saw them, group of mosquito dance, you know. dance groups together in different places in the bamboo grove. I saw that, but I just saw it a few times because I don't notice them because they don't bother me. It's funny. And nowadays, they even beat me in the city. Yeah, anywhere. It's funny. I don't know if my blood became sweeter or my karma became more attractive. Oh, could be both, huh? Yeah, I really love that place. When I went up there before, I didn't have a lot of disciples then. I was working for the refugees from there and then going down. That's why I had to leave that place. I never wanted to leave that place. I feel like I'm so very detached from everything in the world, from anything that I wanted. It's a very simple place. Just have a bedroom. I don't remember have a bed. Just sleep on the floor. And they have water connection. Electricity even. Can you believe that? Magical people. This group of people. I remember. He was a builder. I was a well-off person in family. They cannot offer me any money. I don't accept. So they just went up there. Yeah, that place is a private land, I think. I don't remember asking. I presume that it's a private land because there's a bamboo growing. There's a big grove in it. And there are other fruit trees as well. You know, these are old time when people already have it before it became national park. And of course, the government still allow them to continue to cultivate or plant things or build a little hut. They cannot build big house with concrete and cement and all that. But a little wooden hut to be okay. Nowadays, I heard that it's a long time already and a typhoon kind of damaged some places. And they wanted to go up to repair it. But I say, wow, it's such a long way, very difficult to bring the material and all that stuff. So forget it. I don't think I ever have that luxury to live there again. So I just don't want them to waste their time, just use it to meditate. That's what I told them. I'm not sure if meanwhile they sneak up and repair it or not for souvenir, for later generation. When I die already, then maybe they sell ticket to come up to visit, here, the master CHINGHAI, she lived here before. Look, here's her shoes. There's where she cooked, that's what they do with a dead person. Houses or residence, right? Okay. I imagine there were maybe throng of people, walking up these difficult steps and long way up and then paying homage or take photos or touch here, touch there for blessing. Maybe they make a statue of me standing in the middle of the room or something, greeting the tourists. That is a 20 minutes walk from already on top of the mountain, where you already park your car far away, because your car cannot go up and you have to climb up many steps already. And then you can continue going further. Yes. I used to have a little storeroom there, 2x2. They use some metal sheet, to cover around, just to wrap around and then put a roof on top. I used to live there next to a stream. We have a stream there. That's what I loved about it. I didn't have a lot of money at that time. And then we bought that place, borrowed some money from a brother. I repay already, even though he didn't want it, but I repay. I said, I don't take anything, so please accept it. It's not much. It's very little money to buy that little place. And we're not allowed to build anything. So just a few sheets of metal, they somehow connect it together, make it into a square room, and a few sheets on top. Easy to demolish anytime. And then we have a big tent, make it a canvas tent, with bamboo stuff, whatever we have. Even at that time, we're already working. We're in a small group, but already working. We're distributing leaflets or small leaflet news for people or for the disciples, so they continue to study the teaching and continue to be inspired, and encouraged to meditate, and to keep the vegan. At that time, it was vegetarian. I don't ever drink milk. And I never thought of milk as something bad. Later, I saw how devastating, how cruel, how inhumane practice of keeping cows in small pens without any turning around possibility and chain and all that. Oh my God. Then I don't let them drink milk anymore. Even milk may be considered vegetarian. Yeah, it's not killing, but still the treatment of cows is so inhumane. It's not the way I saw it in my country. Vietnam. We don't do that. Yeah, the cows or the ox, they just roaming around in field, yeah? And maybe they help with the hard work, carrying things for the farmers or plow in the field, during season, now and then in season. They have their own house, they go in there and they coming out in the morning with the cow boy and then go grazing, mostly leisurely and well fed, well taken care of, yeah. Because the farmers in some rural areas, they depend on the cows and the ox, so they treat them very nicely, yes. There's never beating or forcing of any kind. Not that I saw, okay? And when I was in India, I saw the cows running around everywhere like people. And if a cow or ox, happen to be having a nap in the middle of the street or even highway, all the cars stop. You know that, right? Even if you don't see it, you saw it in films. I saw it with my own eyes everywhere I went in India. Cows are respected and loved like people. They even touch the cow's feet or touch the cow's, behind. And then they put their hand on their forehead as a sign of respect. Because in India, according to Hinduism, cow is holy. They give milk to children. In those times, we didn't have many facility or alternative. So the cow give milk to many children and raise them up. So they consider the cows like a surrogate mother, like a second mother in India. And still nowadays they do that. When I was there, they do that. Yes. And they feed the cow too for whatever they have. Sometimes they have leftover vegetable, they just throw it on the street, the cow eat them. And the cows are free to roam anywhere. And people have to give way to cows, not cows give way to people. All the cars stop until the cows finish with his or her siesta and stand up, stretch out, and lazily walk into the meadow next door or next to the street and graze around there or lay there. Yeah, that's what I saw. So I have never thought that milk can be anything harmful. And also, I studied Buddhism before. When the Buddha first came out of his samadhi, he was very weak because he was following the extreme kind of practice that he learned from someone else. They say they have to really starve themselves, don't eat, don't drink, and that. Just meditate, and then they get nirvana. Later on, the Buddha realized that it's wrong. And then he stepped out of that, and then the first person he encountered was a lady who gave him some milk to drink. And that's how he regained his strength. And he continued to go learning and practicing more. And that's how I thought milk was okay. But later, when I see the modern time, animals industry is so inhumane, so wicked, so gruesome, so barbarous, that of course we don't take that anymore. And if any of you still did not get it, then you have to watch these films, the Dominion, watch Peter's film, watch Earthlings, watch Cowspiracy. We advertise them for free anyway on our Supreme Master Television, and you can watch them on Netflix, or this similar film about the abusive, the extent of cruelty, the extent of abusive practice that the people do to the innocent, helpless, defenseless, gentle animals. Show it to your friends. Watch it with them, even though you will cry and you scream out loud from seeing their suffering, but you watch it with your friends. You know, those who still eat meat and drink alcohol, even drink and drive and all that. You show them all these consequences. I know it's gruesome. I could not even watch it without screaming. Sometimes I have to watch in many sections in order to finish the film, so that I can tell you, so that I can tell them to advertise it on our STM TV. We don't advertise the whole gruesome things because it's too sensitive for the children. But we advertise their film, the title of the film, so that the people can find it and watch it themselves. And so that you can show it to other people in your capacity. Don't rely only on me alone. Don't rely only on Supreme Master TV alone. Because in some corner, people don't know our TV exists. Don't rely on us. Don't rely on me alone to save the world. You save the world with me. Okay? Yes. I told you that 53% it came from Master power, you know, through the lectures, through the things that she embedded on the host, through the God's blessing together. That's a Supreme Master Television, bless the world. But every drop counts in the ocean. Every drop makes the ocean. So please, save the world with me. Help the animals who are suffering without anyone to rely on, without anyone to defend for them, without a voice to speak out, to scream out for their suffering. Every time I cannot bear. I have to block my intellect many times. Otherwise, I'll be crying all day and suffer so much, knowing the suffering of the animals. I have to block some way. Otherwise, I cannot function. I cannot work for the Supreme Master Television. I cannot work for you. I cannot work for the world. I have to be strong and tough. But I'm not always tough. In the corner of my room, my cave, alone, I cry many a time just to release some of my anguish. Yeah, I just cry naturally without thinking, without even knowing that I'm crying. Please do help. Help in any way you can. Show your friends a gruesome practice of animal industry, of how we as a human lost our humanity, lost our humane quality, lost our compassion, lost our sympathy. We lost everything if we lost love. We lose everything, absolutely, if we lose compassion and mercy in our heart. So you try to invoke that merciful quality in other humans, wherever you go, wherever you are, whenever you can, okay? Yes, by showing them the benefit of vegan diet through our television. You have many information. You take out some clip and show it to them. Show the important clips of the harm of alcohol, of meat, of fish, and those films, the gruesome, the wicked, I have no word. The evil practice, I have to say, evil, barbarous practice of animal abuse in livestock industry. Show it all to them. Shove it all to them. Let them know. Let them be ignorant no longer about what they are eating, about how they are harming themselves, bringing all this dead, bloody cups, flesh into their body, and other harmful substance as well, which is absolutely unnecessary. You have to show it to them. Don't be shy, okay? You might be suffering because of the images, but you have to show it to them, okay? Yes. Because simple word, gentle word, plain word don't work. Do something, huh? Please, whoever can, do it. Even if you're old, you're never too old enough to watch those films with your neighbors, yeah? Or whoever come visit you, your family member who don't eat vegan, who still drink alcohol, harming themselves, all that. Show it to them. Don't just show my lecture, huh? Let them wake up. Let them see the reality, the connection between the piece of meat that they put in their mouth and the pain, the agony, the suffering of other beings in the dark corner, hidden from sight. Show it all to them. Yeah, okay? Well, thank you for any help you do. Don't be jealous with me because the master take the credit for 53%. I would like to take credit for 100%. So that I can boast with all of you, say, I don't need you, I don't need you, I do everything myself. Yeah, maybe if I don't have you, if you're not there, if you're not my disciples, then maybe I can claim credit 100%, who knows? But nevertheless, I have to do many jobs at the same time. I have to even earn money. Yeah. You don't just have privilege and blessing, okay, and benefit. You have duty also. Okay, do it with me, work with me, support me mentally, physically, although not financially, I don't ask, okay? But you use financial wealth that God give to you to distribute, okay? To help the poor, to help advocate a Supreme Master Television, to wake people up through our news, to our show, to our program, and help to pay for the films that you let them watch, okay? Or you pay for the film and then you download it, you send it to them. Even if they don't come to you to watch, you send it to their living room. You send it to their computer so that they may be curious and watch it. Yeah? You send the harm of the animals' products, of the alcohol, of the drugs, of the cigarette, of all kind of things that it plaguing our brothers and sisters on this planet. You have the duty to help them. I'm not alone who wants to help. You also want to help, no?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, sure. Then do it. Do it. Then do it. Do more, okay? Do more. Of course, you meditate. That's important. Yeah? And you prepare vegan food for whoever come to you. That's important. But you show them also the reality of the livestock, wicked, barbarous, evil industry. I don't mince my words anymore. I don't like to mince my words anymore. We don't mince our words anymore, okay? And we don't mince our action either. We go it outright right now. It's time. We have to do it more bold, okay? Bolder, more courageous now, more outright now, because time is very, very short now. The master power, heaven power can help to keep the planet afloat for some times, to buy time for us. But we have to take action now. All the governments in the world must take action or else we'll be all gone. And even if the planet will not be gone, it will be like a burning inferno. And I don't think any good parents would like to imagine their children or their grandchildren be burned in such an inferno like that. So if they love their children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, they have to act now. They have to be vegan now because it's already officially acknowledged by all the governments in the world. I pray, I hope, I plead with them that they should act now. There is very easy way. There are many ways to survive. You don't have to eat the meat or the fish or anything that moves to survive. We have so many proteins from all sources. And nowadays they are going to make even protein from thin air. Remember? Yeah, wow.
Yes, Master.
The world's getting better all the time. It's just that the world people has to catch up with it. And then it will be even better and better all the time. You have to step on one ladder step first, and then you can go up and up and up and up and up. That's the logical thing to do. So if they became vegan, our lives will be more comfortable. We will have more and more extraordinary high techs. We will have less or no more disease. We will not have to mourn early the death of our relatives, friends, or loved ones, we will live happily, healthily, long life, and connected with the divine even, because the heaven will be able to show us some expressive signs of their love and their connection with us. Right now, humans, many, or majority, or at least half, are still blind, deaf, and dumb to their great selves, to the almighty power, and to all heavens. Just because they abuse themselves, ruin themselves by eating other beings' flesh and taking in those intoxicants, which is very, very detrimental to all aspects of our beings, not just the bodily sickness, but it's a mental disturbance, psychologically ruin, psych also damaging, mental disturbing, and spiritually detrimental. I don't have enough vocabulary to describe what harmful effect that humans take by themselves into their beings by doing such and such thing, like meat, wine, alcohol, drugs, etc., etc. Okay, if you have any question, please ask me, and my calendar probably will prolong a little longer. Thank you for your loving attention.
Thank you, Master.
And your enthusiastic clapping. Good for my ego. Good that continue to do. Yeah, it's good that so that my mind will allow me to continue to do my job. So it doesn't complain. Okay. Question? Oh, it's all enlightened already. Yeah.
师父，我向您今天来汇报，我汇报3个问题，就是3个成果了。然后在汇报之前，我向您分享2个，这次青海日，的一个体验。第一个体验呢，就是您咨询的时候，我听到给我最深的印象，就是说打坐跟呼空气一样。所以说这2天我的打坐就一下子就能入定，非常好。
好，决定的哈，决定要打坐的。
是的，是的。还有演出的时候，我看到花生师傅来了，非常感动。
好，你决心就会有结果。
是的，
都是在这里，要决心，要决心。
这次这些演出震动力非常大，我一直在下面鼓掌，真的太棒了。然后我现在向师父汇报3个成果。第一个成果，市长邀请我做一个海峡两岸的农业，他们很大型的农展馆，农业展览，然后做农产品的科技成果，嘉宾演讲，我第一位做嘉宾演讲，演讲完之后很受震动，他们很多就这个农场主都找到我，帮他们做改良土壤，然后呢还有市长他邀请我的，并且他说，哎呀，你讲的都是能落地的，我还头一次听过，然后他要配合，他说看下一步我到哪个市当市长，我真的全部推行。其实我讲的都是和平曙光的主要的这个方向和定位，所以说他是非常震撼宴会。第2个汇报的呢，就是我们国资委，大陆的国资委，我们专家团队给他做的提案，重点是这个和平曙光，就是这个生态社区的建设，带这些国资委的领导，到我们医院，我是树市医院，然后给他们做了整体的检查，他们也比较震撼，这个医院没有任何动物成分，治病还治得蛮好，也很多病人疑难病都治好了。到我们医院都是吃素的，病人吃素，员工都吃素，他们就觉得哎呀吃素还这么好，这么健康，我们的食堂也都是跟他们中午在这里吃的饭， 他们觉得哎呀素食很好吃，然后呢就有健康。重点呢，我还带他到我们全国各地做的那个这个试验基地，主要做的很多示范。以村为单位，我们的条件就是农药化肥除草剂不进村。每个村落就是做到的是这个垃圾分类。然后呢，所有的秸秆垃圾都还田，都是经过生物转化。然后这个等于变废为宝，对环保也好。主要那个植物长出来的，我都经过我们农业部指定的检测机构在那里检测，50种农残和重金属都归零未检出。所以说他们经过参观那个这个示范基地的时候，直接就拔下来吃。我说没关系，这都没有任何污染，并且呢还有土壤里面还有 B12。我说你们吃的还不缺 B12，
了不起啊！你了不起啊！
非常高兴。
你做什么了不起？给市长请你啊！啊？
是我做那个生物工程，就是土壤改良。
了不起！你看没有市长请我呢。
那我就代表我们的团体了。
恭喜了，
非常好。
好，
谢谢师傅。
恭喜。
第3个呢就是
做得好。
对，第3个就是这个我给他们做了很多提案。这个提案重点是工业文明转化为生态文明，然后这个我们恢复农耕文化，传统农文化，然后做3精教育，做那个传统教育的从幼儿园开始，然后整个村落没有病人。首先我给他们全面检查，到我们院所有的村民到我们院去检查，检查完出现问有病的，我直接都给他们治。几乎是给他们免费治。然后对，都非常高兴。
做得好，
好，谢谢师傅。尤其他们疑难病症特别多，有的都不能回田去耕作。结果今年我给他治完了之后，自己就跑到那个地里面，所有的他家里的板栗，他都能收集过来，非常高兴。然后第3个呢？谢谢师傅。还有第3个呢，就是我们现在这个团队在这里面，准备给做一些这个生态社区的建设，生物科技园区建得非常大。我也跟他们的领导做了谈话，然后他们也准备把我们的项目引进。重点我还是以和平曙光的主线跟他们谈，非常好。谢谢师傅，汇报完毕。
好，谢谢你。
谢谢。
我听得完毕。报告完毕，听也完毕，谢谢。Okay, good. All right. How long have we been together? Maybe almost 2 hours, right? Okay, it's good enough. Too much good things you cannot digest, so another time, okay? Yes. I really need to go. Yeah, I really need to go take care of my dogs, take care of some urgent documents, and meditate, okay? For the whole world. See you another time, if possible. God bless you. God take care of you. And I love you.
We love you, Master. We love you, Master.
Likewise. I also love your master. Love you. Bye. Love you. Take good care. Take care and help others, okay? Meditate and help others. Ciao. Love you.